Right, moving along, Surah 16, verse 35. And those who associate others with Allah, right, say, if Allah had willed, we would not have worshipped anything other than Him. Neither we nor our fathers, nor would we have forbidden anything true other than Him. Right? Thus did those do before them. So is there upon the messengers except the duty of clear notification? Right now, this verse sounds a little confusing. Let me just clarify. It simply means share the message of monotheism, right? That is all it means, right? It means that once you are following a particular path, meaning watching your diet, watching your wealth, your spending and where you spend it on, right? Watching watching the things that you consume generally in life, not only diet, but the things that you consume generally in life, right? You are capable of becoming a messenger and sharing the message, and therefore there's no need to wait on any second coming, first coming, second coming, third coming of any avatar, any being, right? Any new entity on earth, any new son of God, any old son of God, right? This is what this verse means, right? So is there not a duty upon messengers, right, of clear notification, meaning warning, right, that there is no God worthy of worship but Allah itself, right? So the verse basically talk about excuses, right? Though it talks about those who worship other gods, right? They try to make an excuse. Oh, well, if God didn't know what is. So it basically canceling out the whole predestination idea, because people use predestination as an excuse, right? Oh, God willed this for me for it to happen. That's why it happened, right? God willed this, right? And that's how these religions conduct these atrocities from been conducting atrocities from time immemorial. Oh, this is God's will. Right? This is God's will. God chose me to do this. God chose me to blow up this building. God chose me to do this. God chose me to do all this thing. Right? God chose me to commit genocide. God chose me to MK Ultra any random person. Right? So the verse is basically saying to stop using that predestination thing as an excuse, right? By saying, oh, Allah will me to do this, or God will me to do that. Because you can fight that. If a force coming and telling you, Allah chose you, or God chose you to do something evil, you could pass stop to that cycle. You could say, hey, I'm not doing this because that is an evil act I am conducting, right? And instead turn your life around and come and say, hey, let me instead share this message so that a team of other people, right, who I'm connected to, right, because all of us are connected to a team of people, right? All of us have a circle, whether you know it or not. Whether you know it or not, you have a team of people or a circle of people within your sphere of influence, right? And if you do this, pass stop to that cycle and say, oh, Allah can choose me to do some evil shit, right? God can choose me to do some evil shit, right? And say, hey, let me just clarify my own mind, right? And help others to clarify their minds too, right? By sharing a particular message, right? That's what this verse is basically about, right? And Allah said, do not take for yourself two deities. He, Allah, is but one God. So fear only Allah, right? Meaning fear the consequences for your beliefs and your actions, right? And others assign to you what they do not know, right? Meaning false deities, a portion of that which Allah has provided them. By Allah, you will surely be questioned about what you used to invent, right? False deities, false knowledge, meaning stories. These stories are only here for the benefit of what the knowledge is or the extraction is, and not for the story itself or the deities that you see presented in a particular way, right? And these pictorial representations are in fact false, right? And let me tell you something, I'll make this clear, right? You would see some pictorial representations with some people looking like they're in a throne of enlightenment, right? And you would see some pictorial description with some people dying on the cross, right, for a pity fucking party, right? Let me just make it clear, right, that both entities are in fact one, right? And they went through the same experience, right? So there's nothing like hating on, hey, if you see a pictorial representation of a deity, right, looking like they're in enlightenment, right, looking like they're in enlightenment, in a kind of enlightened position and a royal position, right, and you see somebody else dying on the cross, right? And you're saying, oh, this one XYZ for my sins. Is not the case because both did, right? Both did. Let me just make that clear, right? So it's cancel out all these pictorial representations of crap because everybody in this life are paying for, everybody in this life is paying for something, right? You are paying for your own sins, right? Good.